The problem is, like you said, I think people think of coercion as somebody holding a gun to your head, but that's not
Hmm.
what coercion is. I mean, coercion is way more subtle than that.
Hmm.
And that's what we need to get the courts and law enforcement to understand, as they've been doing in some countries now, like in the UK and in, I think, New Zealand and Australia and Scotland. It's now in the books. Mostly it's being applied to domestic situations and not quite yet cults or other high control groups. But I get these situations all the time where, I'm working with some husband whose wife has just given a $500,000 to some bogus energy worker up in Idaho. And he calls the police and they say, well, she's in her 40s. If she wants to give him all her money, that's her decision.
Right. Yeah.
And he's like, first of all, it's my money, but
There's
no.
that.
But they don't get that people can be swayed
Yeah.
in these sometimes obvious, but often way more subtle ways.
Hmm.
And the more you're invested in something, and the more you've bought into it, then the harder and harder it is, and the easier it is for them to like push you on to the next thing and the
Yeah.
next thing. And yeah, that I mean, I see that all the time.